Let's have a cup of coffee together and talk about the carnivore diet. Good morning. It's September the 20th. It's a Sunday morning, September the 20th. That's my coffee maker making a lot of noise back there, a Keurig coffee maker. Um, and it's being September the 20th. It's day 20 of my 30-day trial of the carnivore diet. And coffee, I still drink coffee. I know a lot of strict uh, carnivore dieters don't use coffee because it's a plant. You know, coffee beans are a plant, and they're trying to eliminate all plants. Uh, but I haven't I haven't done that yet. If I decide to go beyond 30 days, I may try to wean myself off the coffee. I really enjoy my morning coffee and don't normally eat breakfast. I usually don't eat my first meal of the day until the afternoon, and so getting my morning coffee is kind of something that I look forward to. And so if you're drinking your coffee right now, as you're watching this, good morning to you. And you know, I kind of am resisting the idea of totally giving up coffee. But if I really want to try out the carnivore way of life, I might do that. These first 20 days of carnivore have gone really well for me. Again, I'm strictly just trying to see what it's like. I didn't have any specific goals in mind. I had already reached all my goals with intermittent fasting and eating a ketogenic type diet, keto diet, during the hours of the day, the hour or hours of the day that I did eat. And for a long time, that was one meal a day. I've now gone to 2 meals a day, but I keep that in a narrow window of 4 to 6 hours. And you know, when I was doing, for the 22 months that I did keto, I got my blood sugar under control, lost a lot of weight, and felt a lot better, sleep better, came off of all medications. Now take medicines for nothing, don't need a CPAP anymore for sleep apnea. And so carnivore was not aimed at any specific problem in my case. I know for other people that have autoimmune disorders or gut issues, a lot of times carnivore makes a huge improvement for them. So far, 20 days into my trial of carnivore, I haven't lost any weight. My weight fluctuates 3 to 4 pounds. I weigh every day, which I don't necessarily recommend. It's just part of my personality to overdo things. And so I weigh every day, and all along during all the 22 months and before I started my journey to health, I would usually weigh myself every day. Actually, as I got up around 250, I didn't weigh all that often because I didn't like what I was seeing on the scale. I've always said that I came down from 250, but I wasn't weighing myself as often back at that weight. So it could have been that I was 254, 253, you know, fluctuating more in that range. But now I fluctuate around 175, and that hasn't changed on carnivore. But I'm fine with that. I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm just trying to check out carnivore and see how it works out for me. And so I'm not disappointed that I haven't lost weight. In fact, I'm happy I haven't lost weight. But again, I've said it before, carnivore is not terribly different than the way I was eating when I was eating keto, because I would have, like as an evening meal, I might have a steak, like a ribeye steak with a couple of over easy eggs, and then a little scoop of spinach on that plate. now I would have the exact same thing, but without the spinach. You know, just take the spinach off the plate, and that's my plate. In fact, I think I've got some pictures of my plate of food before I started Carnivore, and then now that I've started Carnivore, and I may put those up at this point in this video to show you the difference between what a evening meal looked like for me before Carnivore and after. So this is before Carnivore. There's liver, bacon, 3 over-easy eggs, and a little bit of spinach. This is on Carnivore. It's a big ribeye steak with 2 over-easy eggs. On Sundays now, we've been grilling up a lot of meat to have throughout the week. And here's the finished product. And it's a great way to have meat ready for the whole week. The best part of Carnivore for me has been that my goal for the rest of my life is to stay low carb, to not consume, you know, to make sure I don't go over 20 grams of carbohydrates per day. I have that goal because that keeps my blood sugar under control and helps my health in general in so many ways, going low carb. And Carnivore has been a great way to keep the carbs low. In fact, many people refer to it as zero carbs, the zero carb lifestyle. About my coffee, I drink it black, and that hasn't changed either. Occasionally, before starting Carnivore, I would you know, put a little heavy cream in my coffee, but probably 80 to 90% of the time I was just drinking black coffee, and definitely doing that now. And my diet during Carnivore has consisted of water, black coffee in the mornings, meat and eggs, and there have been a couple of times that I had a little bit of cheese, a little bit of cheddar cheese. That was like twice out of 20 days, and it was very small portion. Been trying to avoid dairy altogether and just stick mainly to meat and eggs, and most of the meat has been red meat, either steak or hamburger patties. A couple of days ago, my wife made chicken wings in the oven with the skin on. Not chicken wings, I'm sorry, chicken legs, drumsticks. And I enjoyed those, but it's mainly, and she made lamb at one point, really enjoyed that. And she also made some pork chops and enjoyed those, but probably 80% of the time it's some kind of beef, like steak or hamburger patties. And we have had some sausages like bratwurst, and enjoyed those. But again, I'd say 80% of the time it's beef, and it's been working out great. You know, my blood sugar numbers are staying the same as they did before I started Carnivore, and my weight has stayed the same. And those are kind of, actually blood sugar is the main thing that I want to keep an eye on. And because I don't want, my whole goal is to control my blood sugar without using medication, and I've been able to do that now for 22 months. And November the 19th of this year, which is just like 2 months away, I'll celebrate the 2-year mark of when I was diagnosed as being diabetic with a A1C of 9.9, and then I was able to bring it, within a 4-month period, I was able to bring it down to a 4.9 without medication, just by changing the way I eat and doing some intermittent fasting and a few days of longer term fasting in those early days. And it worked like a champ for me. And if you're familiar with my story, that's been my story. And so at any rate, this Carnivore thing is intriguing. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos of people who do Carnivore. Some of them have been doing it for 10 years or more, and that's really interesting to see that. So I find it intriguing, and I'm going to sign off now before my coffee gets cold and say, remember, live healthy and finish strong. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And as always, nothing in these videos is intended to be medical advice. I would advise working with your own physician. Thank you.